I'm Eric Edom with NFL Media, and we've got a lot of changes to the power rankings to get to after a wild week in the NFL, starting with the Philadelphia Eagles at number 1. Yes, I considered flip-flopping them and the Bills, but after Jalen Hurts led a stunning comeback, outscoring the Rams 26-0 in the final 12 minutes, I had no choice but to keep them in the top spot. With a 4th and goal TD and a block kick at the buzzer, the Eagles' clutch gene keeps showing week in and week out. At number 2, the Buffalo Bills. Their methodical offense beat the Dolphins, but they lacked big plays, and the defense allowed a lot of third down conversions. Still, their closer reputation held, and with defensive reinforcements coming post-bye, they face a favorable stretch against struggling opponents. Number 3, the Detroit Lions. What a performance Monday night. They dominated the Ravens with 4 rushing TDs, 7 sacks on Lamar Jackson, and perfect 3 for 3 on 4th downs. John Morton and Kelvin Shepard as coordinators have been fantastic the past 2 weeks, downplaying that Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn narrative. At number 4, up again, the Los Angeles Chargers. They hit 3-0 and 3-0 in the division, so far sweeping the NFC West. They came back late against the Broncos, with Justin Herbert hitting Keenan Allen to keep them alive, and rookie Amari and Hampton now in the spotlight with Najee Harris hurt. Number 5, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers staying put, up 3 scores. The Bucs nearly blew it against the Jets after a blocked field goal return for a TD. Baker Mayfield continues to show up in crunch time, helping set up the game-winning field goal. And down to number 6, the Green Bay Packers. They suffered a bizarre loss after a late Jordan Love interception and a blocked field goal. Heavy pressure and injuries to 2 offensive linemen raised some questions about their Super Bowl credentials. At number 7, also down, the Baltimore Ravens. Derrick Henry once again fumbled in the 4th quarter, and they couldn't protect Lamar Jackson, dooming their efforts against Detroit. The defense struggled with a couple starters out. Tackling was bad all night, also raising concerns about their ability to stop elite offenses around the NFL. At number 8, the Washington Commanders. Marcus Mariota shined in his first start this season, his first in a couple years, actually. Strong run game and a 90-yard punt return by Jalen Lane helped fuel the rout of the Raiders. The Commanders' explosive offense set up a potential revenge game for Mariota in Atlanta next week. Number 9, the Indianapolis Colts. They keep on winning, folks. They're 3-0, and they have 0 turnovers on the season. Led by Daniel Jones, among the league leaders in passing, and Jonathan Taylor, one of the best players so far in the league this season. An early pick 6 helped power another dominant win, making them serious contenders prior to their matchup against the Rams. Speaking of those Rams, at number 10, they led the Eagles by 19 points late, but collapsed with a stalled offense and 2 blocked field goals. Their coverage issues got exposed when Jalen Hurts got hot late, and they face a tough test this week against the surging unbeaten Colts. Number 11, staying put, the Kansas City Chiefs. Tyquan Thornton's clutch second-half performance, including a touchdown and 2 other big catches, bailed out the Chiefs in a mixed-bag win over the Giants. Despite early offensive struggles and a missed field goal, the defense held strong, securing a key victory prior to facing the Ravens. At number 12, the San Francisco 49ers. Good news, bad news. Mac Jones and the Niners overcame a late pick and a safety to rally for a game-winning field goal, securing the 3-0 start. Ricky Pearsall's big catches kept them alive, but there's the bad news. Nick Bosa's torn ACL is a massive blow for the defense. At number 13, the Seattle Seahawks. They dominated the Saints in a blowout led by Sam Darnold's strong play, 4 RedZone TDs, and elite special teams. The defense also did its job, giving them 2 statement victories prior to a tough stretch against Arizona, Tampa Bay, and Jacksonville. Number 14, the Denver Broncos. They fall to 1-2 after yet another close loss, plagued by 10 penalties and some third down struggles. Bo Nix couldn't quite convert on a key scramble late, and the defense allowed 2 big drives in the final few minutes, turning a touchdown lead into a shocking L. At number 15, the Minnesota Vikings. They're on the rise thanks to Carson Wentz, who delivered a solid game, and a dominant defense with 2 touchdowns and 5 turnovers forced. Despite 13 penalties from the Vikings, their win over the Bengals keeps hope alive until J.J. McCarthy returns. Number 16, the Pittsburgh Steelers, also on the rise. Their defense secured a big win with turnovers, but offensive inconsistency and some penalties nearly cost them against the Patriots. Their situational football was good in New England, but Pittsburgh must tighten things up before playing in Ireland. At number 17, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and their defense forced 3 fourth-quarter turnovers to secure a thrilling divisional win. Brian Thomas Jr.'s struggles continued even as he delivered a huge catch late. At 2-1, the Jags are showing some growth, but the offense needs to find a little more consistency. Number 18, the Arizona Cardinals. After 2 narrow wins, the Cardinals played a little too close to the fire and burnt down late against the 49ers, despite taking a lead on a safety with 3 minutes to go. Drop passes plus James Conner's likely season-ending injury hurt an already struggling offense. At number 19, the Chicago Bears. They're on the move with the game we wanted to see from Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. The offense exploded against Dallas, as good as they've looked all season long. Chicago's secondary also held up, setting up a chance to keep momentum going against a weakened Raiders team prior to the bye. Number 20, the Cincinnati Bengals, and Jake Browning now has 5 picks on the season after 2 on Sunday, including a pick 6 that led to a blowout loss in Minnesota. The Bengals offense turned it over 5 times total, and it could have been more, exposing some major flaws in spite of their 2-1 mark. At number 21, the Carolina Panthers, and Bryce Young earned his 3rd victory in his career over Atlanta, but credit the Carolina's defense for the win. They had 2 interceptions, including a pick 6 and other disruptive plays. Carolina's confidence is on the rise after a strong defensive turnaround. At number 22, the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. struggled mightily against Carolina, throwing 2 picks, including a pick 6, in a 30-0 rout. The Falcons abandoned the run game early, down big, and their defense couldn't get stops with the Panthers starting in prime field position. Number 23, the Houston Texans, who fell to 0-3, our preseason AFC South favorites, had 3 fourth-quarter turnovers, including Nico Collins' late fumble. Despite a better running game, C.J. Stroud and the offense struggled in the red zone with blocking issues continuing to persist. Number 24, the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas's pass rush collapsed again, allowing Caleb Williams to tie his career high of 4 touchdowns. Poor pressure, tackling, and coverage doomed the Cowboys, and CeeDee Lamb's early injury left the offense unable to compensate. Number 25 and way up, the Cleveland Browns. Shelby Harris's late blocked field goal and standout rookie performances from Mason Graham, Quinshon Judkins, and others sparked a dramatic Browns comeback win, down 10 in the final minutes. Despite Joe Flacco's limitations, the young core of talent offers hope for Cleveland's future. Number 26, the Raiders, and their offense is struggling right now. Poor blocking, too many hits on Geno Smith, Ashton Jenney has been held in check, and Brock Bowers is playing hurt. That's one problem. The other, allowing 41 points to a backup quarterback-led team, just highlighting major issues across the board right now for this club. At number 27, the New England Patriots, their 1-2 start includes 2 home losses. On Sunday, 5 turnovers doomed the Patriots, although they had a chance to win or tie late. So far, Mike Vrabel's team lacks discipline, and a loss next week to Carolina could lower expectations even more. Number 28, the New York Jets, and Aaron Glenn's team nearly pulled off a comeback against the Bucs, coming way back down big in the fourth quarter. Tyrod Taylor did his best, but heavy pressure and a pick 6 exposed their struggles to play as a run-heavy, defensive-based team. That's 29 or more points they've allowed in all 3 games. Speaking of 29, that's the Tennessee Titans spot on the power rankings. A pick 6, missed field goals, and penalties doomed Tennessee in yet another home loss. Lacking some early energy, Brian Callahan's team struggled offensively and defensively, and they now face a tough road-heavy stretch coming up. Number 30, the New York Giants, and Russell Wilson's 3 late red zone throwaways and 2 interceptions killed the Giants' upset hopes against the Chiefs. Despite Cam Scadaboo's strong game, they couldn't get Malik Neighbors involved, and the Giants are now 0-3. Also 0-3, number 31, the Miami Dolphins. They showed major improvement offensively against Buffalo, but were undone by Tua Tagovailoa's late interception and a major miscue on special teams. If the offense keeps improving, they may get off the schneid, but this defense needs major fixing. Number 32, the New Orleans Saints, also 0-3, and they fell behind 38-6 at halftime at Seattle. There were 8 penalties, a block punt, and a 95-yard punt return touchdown allowed, all in the first half. Despite outgaining Seattle, special teams and miscues buried the Saints early.